It's a cold Sunday, the 21st of January. I'm John Evans, and you're on the Small Town Network.
Yeah, I'm Scott Wilk.
I'm Howard Hall.
Yeah, and you are watching Community News here on the Small Town Network. As always, before we begin, got to remind you, if this is your first time watching, please make sure you like, follow, and share our page. If you are watching this in one of the numerous groups, and again, thank you to the groups that share our program every week. It's like 40-something groups now we're in on a weekly basis, which is awesome. Thank you for sharing. But if you're in one of those groups, make sure you click the Small Town Network name and go to our original page to comment and stuff like that.
Now we're on X and soon to be Instagram.
Yeah, our X handle is at SmallTownNet, and then our Instagram is at _town_network. And I probably should have made that a little more simpler. But we are there. I think on, what'd you say, on X we have like 14 views.
Hey, for the first week.
We're getting there.
That's pretty good considering, yeah, we didn't even have an X.
Nope.
So we're good. 2024, we're on 4 different platforms now.
Get out there and give us a follow on one of those other platforms.
Yeah, so if you're on there, and bear with me because I'm still figuring all that out. I realized, I think it's Instagram, it takes the video in a short little small box, so half of Kenny is missing off the other episode. That's why you see a lot of blue area on that side of Kenny today. That's the Instagram cutoff zone, and the other zone is somewhere right around here. So if you're on Instagram, it cuts it right here. And I'll see when I upload it this time. I'm going to see if there's different options, but yeah, so like and follow us. Apparently we were behind the times, and everybody else is on Instagram and X and all this stuff. So we're trying to catch up with the kids these days. Anyway, that heads us in. Will the weather last? Is this cold weather? I don't know about you. I'm sick of it. Over the ice. Will it last? We'll find out that soon. So I'm sure the kids are all at home, been dealing with that. And if you have pictures, hey, share them on the Small Town Network page. But I know a lot of people that are still iced in.
I'm going to save some of my pictures because they look just so cold. I'm going to look at them in the summertime just to cool down.
When you're complaining about the heat, that way. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of over this winter time.
It's a persistent snow. I mean, it just hangs out and it ain't going nowhere.
It's, single-digit temperatures for so long. I know there's at least like a 3-inch thing of ice behind our building and the road to get out.
And you do have February and March to go.
And winter is not over.
No. We got the little dogs.
Yeah.
Little miniature dachshunds, of course, they're in the house, and Bo is a big monster. It's like a 120-pound dog, and when he's got a nice little bed on the front porch, covered and everything, so he can get in and stay warm. That dude was laying up there by my truck when it started snowing, with snow on top of it.
What?
Yes.
So there's like a dry spot underneath it.
And I went out there to see if he's okay, and reached down to pet him, and his ears were just warm.
Jeez.
I didn't want to turn his ears loose because of my fingers.
Park Malamute.
Yeah, wow.
Well, Great Pyrenees and German Shepherd, and he loves it. He's having a ball just chilling out there in the cold.
Yeah, so send your pictures in if you're iced in and all that. Yeah, so we'll kick it off. Not much going on this time of year, but we're heading into our things to do. Which is brought to you by Mr. John Evans and Evans Financial.
Yeah, Evans Financial, we are out of the health insurance time, so you kind of missed the boat on that if you need help, unless you're changing jobs, unless you've got some new situation with you, or you're just turning 65, we're out of that business till the next year. But we are in IRA season, so if that's something you need to think about for this tax year, actually 2023 tax year, it's not as simple as just showing up the day before you file your taxes and let's get one started. It takes some time. So if that's something you're thinking about, come in and see me pretty soon, so we'll get that thing in place and ready for when you file your taxes this year.
Yeah, and there's John's contact info, and he's right across from the ice skating rink known as
used to be a park.
Used to be the park.
And it's gotten even worse. They got the Rockwood Street shut down.
Still there? Is the Christmas tree? I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
But the Rockwood Street shut down. Apparently there was a water main break?
Major water main. Of course, we don't want to talk about water main breaks, but major geyser right here on Rockwood Street. The funny thing about downtown Rockwood is everybody here probably knows, but for those that aren't around here, like downtown is kind of stuck in a hole because you got to get over the train tracks to get out of downtown, which that's been fun. They've closed off the past couple nights. They've been closing off those, making you go way down to either direction to get over. But yesterday, I was out there trying to see if the trash dump was open, which it wasn't.
No, they've been going. I mean, I got a week's worth of trash in the back of my
Me
car.
too. Yeah, so it's not good. But a geyser right there next to Exxon, just big old water. They had the whole Rockwood. Is it still tore up today? I didn't.
It's closed off, yeah.
Yeah.
It was bad. I mean, there was a huge, like they had a huge hole right in the middle of Rockwood Street, water coming up. So our thoughts go out to the Rockwood Water Department, who's got to work in these crazy temperatures. Nothing worse than being wet in 7 degrees, you know.
I drove past. I won't use their name, but going to Lowe's like on a Sunday morning, I had to do Saturday, you know, a long time ago, and I'm driving out the country, and there's these people I know. It's like the man and his son down there, like putting up a new mailbox, you know.
Yeah.
They got the postal diggers and the boys helping, and they're working on it. When I go past, when I came back,
Busted already.
they were gone, but there was water shooting about 20 feet up in the.
Oh, you think he hit a water pipe?
Yeah, he did.
And you got to call before you dig.
And they were gone. They were nowhere around.
Oh man! But anyway, yeah. So here comes our few things to do. There you are, and actually starting with an important date in history.
Yeah, Richard Nixon announced that they reached an agreement and they ended the Vietnam War, which was a good thing.
Yeah. And he also announced that he was not a crook,
Yeah, it was a little later.
but then he was.
Yeah, apparently he was a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it pales in comparison with what we're dealing with today, but
Oh, gosh, yeah.
but it was pretty bad.
It's like a circus. But they be jamming.
Still, for $2 you can get in and play or watch, and you can eat some snacks as well.
Ice bed.
Yep. Still waiting on some pictures from
Yeah,
that.
we
If you
are.
go to that, if anybody goes to that, let us know, 'cause
Yeah.
that's cool. If you're waiting in line for a food truck, you're going to be waiting for a while, and you're going to be frozen.
Yep, it comes back on the 7th, do you say?
Yep,
Yep.
February 7th, it kicks back off. I sent a message to our friends at First Presbyterian to see if this was still going on. I have a feeling that it's not, because last winter we missed out and it wasn't.
Yeah, but they do a good thing, the adult and child Bible studies and dinner. That's on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
But give them a call before you go.
Yeah, and we'll be waiting for a message. But they do all kinds of cool stuff, even this time of year. So, and they're faithful watchers, so we appreciate that. Lots of job stuff coming up.
Yeah, this one's pretty cool, and I think this is focused mainly on older folks like me who may be a little bit behind the curve on computers.
Well, that wouldn't be like you. You're way ahead of the curve.
Well, no, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But
It reminds me of my grandfather trying to figure out an IBM. You know, it's like,
well, yeah.
how did you delete your hard drive?
Well, the thing is, and I hope they touch on it, the biggest thing I think, because I have to help Mom with it a lot, is realizing that deleting an email doesn't make the thing blow up. And do not ever click on anything that you know absolutely no, because there's so many scams out there. Well, here's your
yeah.
invoice. We deducted $100. Don't click on it.
Yeah,
You know,
do not open emails that from people you don't know.
No, they send 1 million of those out and it don't cost them nothing. And if 5 people out of those 1 million click on it and they dump something on your system,
Yeah.
it's worth it for them and it ain't worth it for you. So just delete it right off the bat.
But yeah, if you're interested, check out this 3-hour class at UTK Extension Office.
And give them a call over there in Hammer. They're at Rome State, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, give them a call there. And then a virtual job expo.
Yep, you go to ZipRecruiter to find out about this one, but it's they've got some jobs over there in Border Protection and U.S. Customs.
Yeah,
So,
go to ZipRecruiter for more.
I'd say those are pretty good jobs too.
That would be a good gig.
And I think these jobs, this hiring
You said
event,
medical-based
I
stuff.
think it is primarily for, I think it's Covenant Health in Crossville, but there are some healthcare work jobs there. And so give them a call or go out and see them if you're interested in that. Those would be good jobs as as well.
Yeah, and another important date in history.
I tell you what, this is the start of a wicked thing, but that's where they started the Trail of Tears. Gathering up all the Native Americans from the eastern part of the United States and running them all out and made them walk.
Yeah.
They
Dang.
literally walked from Tennessee to Oklahoma. And I tell you what, that was a wicked thing.
Yeah, unreal. Also in Crossville, this is at the Palace Theater, they're going to have the Hall of Famer.
Steve Dorff.
Yeah, I'm not sure who he is, but he's a songwriter and he'll be there. So go check that out. They got all kinds of stuff coming up heading into the spring. And we talked about this one. If you're crazy.
Yeah, I tell you what, it'd be something to do.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like pulling your fingernails out
It
with them.
benefits Stone Memorial High School football program. Penguin Plunge. You go over to Dartmouth Arena and jump in the water with them. And I don't know, I guess they're raising money somehow.
Yeah.
People come up, they're going to pay to see you freeze. Or
If you ever wondered what it's like falling through ice, you'll get your chance on this one.
Yeah, but it is for a good cause. It's for the local community teens. There'll be prizes. The radio station's going to be out there. So yeah, if you're feeling,
Oh, it costs you $30 to get in the water.
so they're raising money, and you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see you guys out there.
Absolutely not.
Me neither. Gosh, no way. But anyway, if you're a glutton for punishment,
I'd do it.
hey, and still going on. They might be frozen vegetables, but I did check. This is going on.
Yeah, farmers market at Oak Ridge every fourth Wednesday at the Preserve.
Yeah, they canceled this past week because of the weather.
Yeah.
I saw that on their page, but they says they'll be back open. So get you some
once a
vegetables.
month. Yeah.
Yeah, and then another very important day in history. I remember this one. I lived in
remember
Florida,
this
and I
one
could
too.
see it.
Did you really?
From where I
Wow.
lived. And I was in elementary school, and I remember I was watching it on TV and saw it explode, so everybody ran out front of the school because you knew you could see, and up in the sky was just this massive Y, like, you know, where it went
Like
up.
the
and
booster
then-
rockets falling off
and then
that,
where the
yeah.
explosion was, and then the solid rocket
Yeah.
boosters just
Yeah.
going off, and it was unreal. But yeah, I remember Krista McAuliffe was supposed to be the first teacher in space,
Yep.
you know, and it really kind of was the beginning of a bad.
And the worst thing was
Run.
they were, I think, and they're not going to release this, but I heard that they've got some.
Where they were alive
cockpit-
all the way to
yeah.
the water. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
But horrible thing. And then really after that, the whole shuttle program kind of fell apart.
Yeah.
Literally.
But and along the same lines, you know, the Starship. You know,
Yeah.
they've had 2 failed launch attempts. They're going to do another one in February, and I believe that this one is going to go. And so that's going to be the thing of the future. That's going to be what gets us to the moon
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, it's
And,
unreal.
We'll have moon bases. You know, I'd say we'll have moon bases before this decade's over.
Yeah, yeah. With Marvin the Martian. But that has us into not much for school news. Brought to you by the Spotted Frog.
Spotted Frog Cafe right across the street from the park, the ice rink or whatever
Yes.
it is today. But, and you may not think about it, but they're still selling ice cream.
Yeah,
As
and
cold as
somebody's
it is.
still buying it.
They are, and they got 18 different flavors, something like that now. They got like 80 different options for their tea.
Yeah.
So if you want something unique, there's probably an option out there that nobody's ordered yet.
Yeah.
So get out there and make something new. One of these days we're going to get a menu, but with 80 options, I'm sure it'll be
Yeah.
more like a book.
Yeah.
But could be a deli coming in there too. So get over and see them. They got really good stuff, and tell them you saw it here on Small Town Network.
Yeah, that's awesome. Here's your second semester. Again, the biggest thing that we're looking forward to is spring break. The funny thing is that week of March is not always guaranteed to be warm.
No.
It still can be cold in March. Heck, we've had snow into April, so
Yes.
it could be a cold spring break. There's some other important service days, and here was what they would have ate for lunch last week at school, and we're saying that I would say probably maybe Wednesday that
Wednesday
might get back to
I
school.
bet Wednesday.
So I don't think you guys are going to be seeing the corn dog nuggets or the chicken drumstick, but you might see the lasagna.
I'm betting on lasagna.
And no Rockwood High School reporter because they weren't in school. So, but don't forget, they still have some sports going on, barring any more crazy weather.
Yeah, on the 23rd, they got basketball at home against Greenback, and on the 26th, we have basketball away at Harriman.
Yeah, and don't forget, you can still get your fill of the Rockwood High School kids. This is Mrs. Clement's journalism class, and they have a Tiger Talk podcast on Spotify. So check that out. And hopefully the kids will get to school this coming week. That heads us into weather, which is brought to you by At Home Hair Care. And this is Christy Hensley. The great thing about this, now this time of year, she might not be able to get to you.
Boy, I'm needing a haircut myself, but it's hard to get out and get one. But if you're one of those people who have trouble getting around when the weather's good, give her a call because she'll come by and do it for you at home. Yeah,
and I'd say if you're in a certain area, she might still be able to get to you. So give her a call. Look her up on Facebook, At Home Hair Care. Or Christy Hensley, either way, and tell her that you heard about her. She's a brand new business, so we appreciate her being on here. We wanted to keep promoting her, and in hopes that she will do well. So now, first of all, again, we have to thank WVLT Channel 8 and Heather Haley and all the First Alert crew. They were all working crazy hours and all that this whole entire week. But with that, we send it to Mr. Howard. Boom, there he is at the weather wall.
Oh, yes. As we all know, last week was pretty good at the beginning, but the last half just turned chaotic with ice.
Yeah.
So this week, it looks like we're getting ready to thaw out. Today's going to be another day with some cold temperatures and below freezing at night. So Monday, we're going to start thawing out this week. Till Tuesday, and then Wednesday through Friday, some precipitation, some rain and all that, but the daytime temperatures are getting all the way back up to the 60s and dropping back down to the 50s on Saturday. So, local radar shows nothing, but always just be, when you go outside today and then tomorrow and before the thaw comes in, just make sure you drive safe because there's still ice out there on the road.
Yeah. There he goes.
Yeah, walk like you got to set your feet down flat.
Yeah. Again, don't forget, download their apps. WVLT News has a news app, and also WVLT has a weather app. Both are very awesome and very important this time of year because you can program those specifically to your location. So we appreciate that. Hey, and heading into other interests, this is the stuff that's not going on this week, but it's really not going on next week either. It's kind of more starting in February. It's a slow time of year, but that is brought to you by Ken and Mary March at Shape Up.
Yeah, Shape Up's a great little gym over there in the Shape Up Plaza, we like to call it, with Tractor Supply and Big Lots over there and a lot of other folks. But they've got a little bit of everything. They got aerobics classes and areas for that. They have some indoor. There's a little track there you can walk indoor when the weather's like this and still get your exercise in. Just about everything you need, but the main thing is, and the good thing is, if you're an older person and you're on a Medicare supplement or Advantage plan, there's a good chance that your plan will pay your membership dues. So give them a call there at 865-466-3966 and let them set that up for you.
Yeah, so in case you were wondering what to do coming up later in the, I guess really
coming week,
kind of next month really.
Next month's.
First of all, kicking it off, we're not sure about the exact physicality of this, but they're having a ribbon cutting.
For the Crave food truck, and we don't know if that's going to be a brick and mortar store for the Crave or it's just going to be a permanent location for their van, but it doesn't matter. You're still going to be able to get some good food right here on Rockwood Street, or rather Front Street, right off Rockwood Street, down at 141 South Rockwood. So be past me, and we're assuming that's down there around
just past Kofer's, I guess, yeah, or somewhere real close to it there.
Yep.
So,
and so that's on the 1st at 4 o'clock. So we'll know then.
Yeah,
if not before.
And then after you jump in the lake, if you're wanting to freeze again, you can go fishing.
That's another one.
The kickoff of the bass fishing year is right there on the
That's
3rd.
Safe Light. That's like Frozen 30. You know, Safe Light. That's probably what, 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Safe Light to 3:30 p.m. That's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
And the lake's kind of low.
They looks like they've really lowered it, getting ready for the rain this week is going to wash all that snow away at one time.
All that snow's going to melt and it's got to go somewhere.
And I saw Watts Creek this morning when I passed it had ice on it. I've never seen. Well, I'm sure it was when the lake froze over in the 70s or 80s. I forget what year that was, but it was pretty cold.
Yeah. So again, if you're wanting to get your first fish tournament of the year, there it is.
100% payback, meaning every dollar is coming back out to a fisherman. So it's $200 a boat, and get out there and catch some fish.
Yeah, very awesome. And then free veterans breakfast.
Yep, that's over in Kingston at the community center on the 6th.
Yeah, so check that out, 8:30 in the morning to 10:30. Save the Children.
Yep, Have a Heart Party, and that's over in Wartburg, and that's on the 8th, and they're going to have, starts at 6, and you got the food free,
Crafts,
sweet treats, photo booth.
Yeah.
They got a little bit of everything.
Yeah, so RSVP to area code 423-215-6032. Yeah, call Sandra. And then what sounds good right about now?
It's Cumberland County High School and Stone Memorial High School are having a silent auction and chili supper on the 9th.
Yes.
Those are cool to go to.
Yeah. Very cool.
I like the silent auctions better than the other ones.
Yeah. And then the Grove Church has a special Night to Shine.
Yeah, it's sponsored by the Tim Tebow Foundation. Now, we're pretty sure he's not going to be there, but you never know.
You never know.
But so go over there and check that out on the 10th.
Yeah, and then wrapping it up is the Girls at Sisters Market.
Also on the 10th, the Galentine's Day party at the Sisters Market that's on the end of Gateway down there on south end of town.
Yeah. Again, not too much going on, especially in these upcoming weeks because it's so cold. I did see we had last week, we had that Polish Stars and all that stuff at the Art Circle Library.
Yeah.
Guitar lessons, all that, all of it got canceled. Because of the weather.
Yeah.
I saw that they were posting it during the week. I tried to share it on small town networks.
So we still don't know what makes the star Polish.
So we don't know what makes the star Polish. It's weird. But we know whose birthdays are coming up, and that's brought to you by Six Little Teacups. They're in Chattanooga. It's physically called Chattanooga, but it's really Harrison, Tennessee, and it's right down 58. And if you're leaving from Kingston, it's only like 30-minute drive. And she has custom cakes, custom sweets, cupcakes. She'll make wedding cakes. I mean, you name it. Business parties, any occasion. Really awesome. Plus, she's got a storefront, so you can go in there and get sweets all the time. You can even have a princess tea party for your kids. So go check it out. Call 423-702-2253 and get inside where it's warm and eat sweets. That sounds like fun to me. And hey, Monday birthdays.
Bill Bixby, the original nice guy Hulk.
Yeah.
He was before he got mean and green.
Yeah.
But
love that series.
He was born in 34, if you can believe it.
I mean, I like the new guy that plays Hulk in all the movies, but he was the...
he is original.
Yeah, in Lou Ferrigno, all of that was just so cool. Anyway, sorry.
That's Cheryl Britton.
Happy birthday, Bill, in heaven.
And Cheryl Britton, Trent James, and Dave Sampson.
Yeah, and Alicia Littrell Roy. That's a hard name to say. Happy birthday.
We got nobody else but John Hancock.
Yep.
One of the signers of the Declaration of Independence.
It's weird how they just picked him out for that whole saying of, can I get you John Hancock? Why didn't they pick anybody else? Like, he wasn't the only one.
Maybe his handwriting was better.
It's like, let me get your John Adams.
No, that was, but he lobbied for it.
Let me get your George Washington.
They all wrote in cursive.
Yeah.
Right, and that they don't even do that anymore.
That's right.
We got rid of cursive because the kids just couldn't handle it.
If you say me do it?
Do you do it?
Not well.
Me neither, but that's what I thought it was for. But yeah, so happy birthday, John.
I do a mix of printing and...
Oh, I do that too. It's kind of like Spanglish.
Yeah, because sometimes I don't remember how to make the word.
Then it doesn't connect.
And
So
I
like,
defend my lack of spelling ability with poor penmanship.
Yes.
So you don't know if I spelled it wrong or right.
me too. I should have been a doctor because the way I write, it's horrible. But yeah. Anyway, Wednesday birthdays.
Oh, poor old Sharon Tate. She was pretty when she was young, but killed and life cut short by the Manson family there.
Yeah.
And Neil Diamond is 82.
Wow, yeah, the jazz singer. Love him.
Yep, and that includes Donna Cheek, Russ Roberts, our good friend.
Yeah.
And Emily Emily Mead Morrow, daughter of our good buddy Willard.
Yeah, our friend R.J. Curtis from the Country Radio Broadcasters. He's also he's the guy that did the Country Radio Hall of Fame last year. Kevin Wilson, happy birthday on Thursday.
Yeah, we got Kimberly Jones, we have Monica Garrett, Jeremy Byer, Diana Wolf, and Betsy Broyles, my aunt.
My buddy Riley Gentry, Chaz Croft Sorrells, and then Friday birthdays, lots of them.
Lots of them. We have Douglas MacArthur, Paul Newman, Eddie Van Halen, and Wayne Gretzky. I thought he was older than that, but he's not.
You know, Paul Newman, I saw a documentary about him, and really kind of interesting, like such a wide career, acting, racing, and then got into that. The cool thing is him getting into that Paul Newman's own salad dressings and stuff.
Yeah.
The story about all that is so cool. I don't have time to talk about it here, but if you get a chance, I don't know what it was called, but Google his name, and there's some great stuff about how he
just dabbled in all kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then kind of how when he fell apart health-wise, it's just so interesting.
He's got so many good movies out there too, but one of my favorites was Cool Hand Luke. I thought he was great.
So just so much more history to him than I knew about. And then Eddie Van Halen, of course, awesome. Did you do Wayne? Hockey god.
The great one.
Christopher Covert, my buddy. Got to call him Christopher. His mom gets mad. Christopher Covert. Happy birthday to him. My good buddy.
What do you call him when his mom's not around?
Chris.
Proof.
Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. Whoops, I double punched. I'll own up. I made him business cards, and I put Chris Covert, because that's what we all call him, and his mom was mad. Because his name is Christopher, by God. Bless your heart, little Christopher. But happy birthday, big guy, coming up on Friday. I'm wondering if he's working on his birthday. He better be. Christine Whaley Sims and Brian Muncie, and also Tracy Beckstrom Colbert out at Pathways Church in Sevierville. Saturday,
you share a birthday with Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Died in 1791. But that includes Dee Dee McElhaney and Debbie Evans.
Amadeus. Okay. And Darcy Sword, which is our good friend at Rockwood High School. I was rocking the Amadeus. Falco. I can't do it I can't see that name without doing it. But Miss Sword, she is a science teacher at Rockwood High School. So happy birthday to her and Amadeus.
It's compulsive behavior.
I know. But it's our show. I can do what I want. And they'll get their money back. I'll even pay.
I think it's my time. Anyway, but Alan Alda is 87. He's still around, still with us. Elijah Wood is 42. And Danita Edwards, I don't know how old she is, but it's her birthday that day.
Yeah, and speaking of Alan Alda, I mentioned that I would mention this. My buddy Gentry Thomas, who is the guy that runs Shack Food Radio and all that stuff, he has what's called Podcast Playground. And he gets to he interviews all these amazing stars, but Alan Alda is one of the ones he interviewed in such a great podcast. If you want to see some cool stuff, go check that out. Check out my buddy Gentry. But man, it was a really great interview. I was so proud of my little buddy Gentry for doing that. I say my little buddy, he's the man. But as we mentioned, you do get your money back guarantee. But if you want your money back, or if you have an event or anything going on, John will tell you how to get a hold of us.
Yeah, you can get a hold of us at smalltownnetworklive@gmail.com. But as always, growing methods, but message us on Facebook directly, and we know we'll get it there, or drop us a line on X or Instagram.
And we'll get it eventually. Let's not figure all that out. Can you even? I don't even know if you can Can you message on X and all that stuff?
I think so.
I don't know.
We're getting there. But yeah, if you can message us on there, feel free to shoot us a message and see how long it takes before we figure it out. But don't forget to follow us. Check us out in HD on YouTube. Small Town Network Live on YouTube. And again, that's my friends Uzori. So awesome. They've been out there literally dodging bombs and missiles, and they've been playing music for their troops. So my thoughts and prayers go out with them. Thank you for your music. But that wraps it up. Another week. Stay warm. It's cold. It's going to get warmer, but of course it's going to get rainy. But yeah, over the ice.
Be
yeah.
safe driving.
Yeah, be safe driving. It is still so icy, especially here in Roane County. I don't know what the deal is with that. Check out Town and Talks website. My buddy Howard over here has got a lot of new stuff going on, getting ready for a new podcast area, interview segments and stuff. It's going to be cool.
Citizens of Rockwood.
Yeah, so he's going to be putting some pressure on some folks and getting you some cool information from some interesting people. So
Yeah, if you got questions you want answers to,
yeah,
drop
That's
it
right.
line.
Yeah, so follow Tom and Talk. Lots of new stuff coming. We're excited about new stuff coming on this upcoming year. But again, our biggest thing is stay safe, stay warm. Hopefully the kids will get back in school by Wednesday-ish or so. But yeah, so from everybody here at Small Town Network, I'm Scott Wilk.
I'm John Evans.
I'm Howard Howell.
Yeah, have a great week, everybody. Be safe.
Be safe.
Don't forget to like, follow, and share.
All the clicks.
Yeah.